KATC Weather Lab. Here's Rob's forecast.
Welcome back. Well, it's been a stormy one across Acadiana, especially the northern portions of Acadiana into central and back to western Louisiana, where we've had a couple of outstanding tornadoes that unfortunately caused one fatality at the least and did plenty of damage. And it'll be a couple of days before we get those damage surveys in, but more than likely a very potent EF2 tornado, maybe a little stronger. We'll have to wait and see. It's all been part of this storm system that's producing snow advisories from the Midwest, the nation's heartland, all the way up through the Northeast. But we have that trailing frontal boundary that, as expected, producing severe weather. And if you noticed yesterday, we were talking about an enhanced risk of severe storms, mainly northern portions of Acadiana off to the north and east. And that's what we saw with this storm system during the course of the day. Good news is tornado watch has been dropped for all of Acadiana. That is the good news. Still a tornado watch in effect for extreme eastern, northeastern Louisiana into Mississippi. That goes till 8 o'clock tonight, and still severe thunderstorm warnings and tornado warnings in effect for portions of Mississippi. But we do have a squall line coming on through, pretty respectable one, producing locally heavy downpours, but fortunately the line is moving on through. This is a 6-hour loop showing the showers and storms, and at the beginning of the loop, that's when we had our troublemaker up toward Alexandria. This is the cell that produced damaging winds, that isolated tornado that started out in Vernon Parish, and you can see most of the storms now eastern Jeff Davis Parish, edging into southern Evangeline Parish, northwestern Acadia Parish, and then into St. Landry Parish. And this whole mess will finally reach Lafayette somewhere between 7:15 this evening, maybe around 7:30. You can see those strong storms down toward Calcasieu Parish and eastern portions of Jeff Davis, and again up through the Eunice area, seeing that heavy-duty action, Ville Platte, and then into northern St. Landry Parish. And doing the storm tracking, this is also the good news. Don't see anything that's showing rotation, maybe some small hail, but these are usually larger raindrops. But as we go into Mississippi, we did see some rotating storms earlier. Don't see those going right now, but these storms also intense across the area as well. Just like to use the hand tracking as well. So here's the main storm report on a tornado that we tracked for more than 63 miles on and off the ground, more than likely for the better part of an hour, maybe a little bit more. And I took a shot at the velocity just west of Alexandria, showed up at 141 miles an hour. That's well into EF2 range, which goes up to 157 miles an hour. So it looks like after all is said and done, this is going to be classified as an EF2, but we'll have to wait and see. We'll wait for the pending National Weather Service survey. Here are all the severe storm reports. Several tornadoes from Beauregard into Vernon and then into Rapides Parish, and then one right around Alexandria. More action into Mississippi, and we continue to build on that list as the storms progress. So here's our FutureCast. Getting into 7 o'clock range, rain and storms likely, hopefully with the loss of daytime heating and some of the severe weather dynamics not in sync now that we've lost that daytime heating. The cooler air and the conditions with that front that will be pushing on through will outrun some of the severe weather dynamics, but we're not done yet. We could see an isolated pockets of damaging winds, maybe even some hail, as this the frontal boundary will be generally east of most of Acadiana. It'll be Jeanneret, Baton Rouge right around 9 o'clock tonight, and still there will be some rumbles of thunder and some locally heavy downpours. This is when we might see maybe some isolated storms that could produce maybe some pea-sized hail, I think below severe levels. And then we get to midnight, 2 a.m., things begin to wind down, and then as we get closer to daybreak, should be quieter, but getting certainly much colder. As for rainfall, the heaviest rain is going to be along the north of I-10, most of us a half-inch or less, but you get into parishes such as St. Landry, Avoyelles, and Evangeline, still another inch, maybe an inch and a half will be possible. But again, the NAM model also moving things along, colder air moving in as we head toward tomorrow morning. Temperatures in the 40s, wind chills in the 30s, lingering clouds tomorrow, but they begin to thin out late tomorrow afternoon. But count on a cloudy, cold, blustery day with temperatures holding in the 40s. Then we clear out tomorrow night, and readings will be dropping into the low to mid 30s and more than likely a freeze for northern portions of Acadiana. And then Wednesday, at least lots of sunshine. That'll get our temperatures into the low to mid 50s for the afternoon. So here we go. Temperatures plummet. Got up to 79 today. We'll be 45 tomorrow morning, so some 35 degrees cooler than what we were this afternoon, or 43 by tomorrow morning. And then we stay in the 40s most of the day, maybe barely touch 50. And then tomorrow night, that's when we see a light freeze, certainly northern parishes. I would protect the tender vegetation. Look at this, wind chills getting into the upper 20s for Wednesday morning, so old man winter will be back. Lots of sunshine Wednesday, highs in the mid 50s, and then with calm winds Wednesday night into Thursday morning, most of us go below the freezing mark. Not a hard freeze, but a freeze to kill your plants, so you're going to have to protect them. So stormy through midnight or a few hours afterward, maybe some damaging winds or some hail possible. Those threats mainly early this evening. Rain chances up there at 100%, but they'll drop down quickly tomorrow morning. Breezy northerly winds kick in behind the front. Cloudy skies tomorrow, maybe a little sun right at sunset, and then chilling down big time. Back out with the winter coats and jackets as we head into Wednesday, Thursday, well, tomorrow, Wednesday, Thursday, then a little bit more moderate temperatures going into the weekend. Some slight rain chances Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It should be at 20% on Friday as well. And then going toward Christmas, it's looking mild right now. Temperatures at or above normal, heading for the lower 70s Christmas Eve day and even Boxing Day the day after.
All right, very good with Boxing Day there, Rob.
I'm on it.
Thanks, Rob.